Hey Virgo, welcome to your weekly reading for January 28th to February 4th. I am Charlene, Lizette. Let's dive in and see what's going on for you this week, my little Virgies. We've got the World, the Seven of Swords, Two of Swords, all right, King of Swords, Hierophant. Wow, lots of mercurial, lots of intellectual energy here. A lot to do with the mind here. A very cerebral week, okay? We've got 5 cards here. Let's get 2 more. Nine of Wands and Eight of Wands, and wrapping up with fire energy here. Wow, a lot of masculine energy in your reading this week, and we're going to dive into more cards here, but I did want to point out we have the Hierophant here showing up, the King of Swords representative, not by you, Virgo, but rather Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. You and Gemini do co-rule Mercury, though, together. The Emperor and Justice at the bottom of the deck here. Okay, you got Ishal as your amulet, which is all about joy, of happiness, abundance, luck, good fortune, blessings coming into your space. Wow, okay, the 3rd house, Mercury energy again here connected to you. You and Gemini are co-ruled by Mercury, okay? The 3rd house is the house of Gemini. It's about mind, ideas. This is where we see how you think, how you communicate, how you deliver and receive messages. It's your ability to relate day to day to your immediate environment. It has to do with your neighbors. It has to do with your siblings as well. It's your mental agility, okay? And you got fall into my arms, surrender, holding the opposites of life. I just want to make sure you guys can see the desk here. Some of you have been asking me to get a camera overlooking it. Listen, you guys keep watching my videos, keep sharing my videos, helping me get the views like 30K, 40K views, then I can definitely make that happen for you all. The way YouTube pays and Toronto living, I got to balance the budget, all right? The budget will not balance itself. Okay, so fall into my arms, surrender, holding the opposite extremes of life. I think what's happening here, Virgiworks, is that this week there's going to be a lot of stuff happening mentally, intellectually. I feel like there's this energy of fast forward communication, a lot of thinking, a lot of planning, a lot of strategy. I think this is going to be a really big week when it comes to how you operate as an individual, how you attract money into your life, how you make money, your decisions and your choices around the people that you are associating with, spending your time with, your energy with. Okay, Raven coming in. All right, we know when Raven comes in, it's going to be a juicy one. Okay. Judgment here. I understand that everyone has their own unique paths and challenges. I think here you are learning that, you know what I just heard actually as I was gathering my thoughts? You're learning to meet people where they're at, not where you want them to be. Sorry, I don't know why I was pulling out the love. For some of you, this could have to do with love, okay? You have the World starting off your reading. So this is a cycle that's coming to fruition here. This is a cycle that's wrapping itself up. Do you want pets or do you want the card? What do you want? Pets, okay? This is going to be a good time for you, a time of completion, a time of you understanding that in order for something new to begin, something old has to be released, okay? And with the 7 of Swords and the 2 of Swords, I think some of you are understanding what I'm talking about. Like you're realizing here that there has to be some sort of strategy. There has to be some sort of planning. But the 7 of Swords, this person is holding all their swords to themselves. Yes, sometimes in tarot we talk about the 7 of Swords being a card of deceit, okay? But this card also indicates that you're not willing to communicate, to collaborate. You're not willing to share your thoughts, your ideas, which is quite opposite of the 3rd house. The 3rd house is mental agility. It is having the conversations. With the 2 of Swords, it's kind of confirming it. The 2 of Swords is the moon in Libra. So it's like you don't want to make decisions. You don't want to stir the pot. You don't want to create any problems, any difficulties. It could be around your career, your boss, your business. Ma'am, I don't need to eat your tail. Even though you're very delicious. Can I put these cards down? But eventually what will have to happen here, ma'am, can you come sit down, please? No, they don't need to see your butthole. That's just unladylike. What they're gonna see, what they're gonna see is that what you're going to see is that you will find a way to articulate. You will find a way to express. You will find a way to communicate. You're going to find a way to get your point across in a very powerful way with this King of Swords. Very logical, very rational, very methodical, very black and white, very to the point, okay? Unemotional as well, which I really like. It's very analytical, which you know you're capable of doing, my Virgs. You know that. Ma'am. You're just like, look at me. You just want Virgo's attention? Is that what you want? Okay. Now, here's where the interesting stuff happens. With this Hierophant card here, what I'm seeing is actually a message for you. Conformity, the status quo, sticking to what you know, okay? Coloring within the lines, for lack of a better term, okay? That will benefit you this week in this conversation, okay? Tradition. This card is one of tradition. This card is one of spirituality. This one is a card of awakening, a card of understanding the spiritual journey of being a teacher and a student of the universe, okay? And that's going to be very important for you. Even the fact that like Raven's petting herself up against some of these cards is kind of like ultra confirmation for me. You wrap up with the 9 of Wands and the 8 of Wands, and I think Source is saying, listen, towards the end of this week, this conversation could get intense, or this communication could get intense. It's important here for you to find pragmatism, balance, logic, reason, and to stand up for yourself where it's necessary and find a way to move on from this potential conversation that could feel a little bit jarring, okay? I think that's also why the universe is like, Ishel, you need an amulet of positivity, of joy, of happiness, okay? One of like abundance and luck and good fortune, good vibes. And that's what Ishel is all about. I don't think this conversation is bad. I think this conversation is just overdue, if that makes sense. And with all the planets stationing direct as of the 27th, this is the time to do it. This is the time to do it, okay? The next retrograde we have is Mercury in April, all right? So let's dive into these cards here. Religious factors in your love life. Okay, we're going to dive into your love life now. Raven, you're being a little bit distracting. Religious factors. Pay attention to the red flags. And for yourself, now we know. This could be a realization and a recognition that somebody in your love life, or somebody you were interested in, or somebody you were dating, okay, isn't necessarily the person for you, or you're kind of seeing a new side of them, a side of them that you maybe hadn't seen before, you know? Like, it's like ooh. That's the kind of energy I'm getting, where you're like, ooh, this is not going to work for me. Let me see what the cards are saying. Religious factors, the Sun, pay attention to the red flags, Magician reversed. Ooh, that's a bit of a con artist, or like, somebody's a bit of a con artist. For yourself, Temperance, and the Queen of Wands. Yeah, here's what I'm seeing, okay? I am seeing that you and this person may have similar worldviews, similar religious views, but what's happening here is that you're recognizing that these religious views that once brought you together could potentially be bringing you apart right now. You know, I think what's happening here is the infatuation stage, or the romanticism has worn off, and the rose-colored goggles have come off in this connection, and the truth is being revealed about whether or not this connection has the opportunity to go the distance. I don't know. I think that you need to really ask yourself, is this person for me? Is this person going through unique challenges and difficulties? Or have we reached a place in this connection where there's just no moving forward together? I feel like this is going to be a very powerful week for you, because you're going to assert your I heard your dominance and your assertiveness. You're gonna get into a powerful part of you in this communication, in this conversation, that maybe that's never, like, this part of you has never come out before. You know, I feel like this is the week where you're like, this is my boundary and that's it. Take it or leave it. And I love that for you, Virgo, all right? I'm going to pull up the Pluto and Aquarius video here. If you want to join me for the Money Magnet workshop, I'm going to teach you how to use your prosperity potential to attract cash flow with ease, all right? You can do that description box below for the link to buy the tickets. The pricing does go up February 1st. And if you want to work with me in any other capacity, take my courses, my pre-recorded tarot certification, or support me in any other way, all that stuff's in the description box below. Thank you for your likes, your comments, your shares, your subscribes. We will see you later, alligators. Peace out. Bye.